Previously, the group headed inside the hopefully no longer haunted mill to look around to see if anything caught their attention. Sarah came across information about an accident that occurred approximately 150 years earlier that killed several employees. Ever since the accident, there had been rumors about odd things happening inside the mill that were probably related to the various undead that they'd just fought. The group suspected that the long years of sitting empty probably hadn't helped the situation. They then headed off to tell the new owners the news. Meanwhile, back at the house, Isaac noticed that the totally adorable and definitely not creepy as fuck doll Kes picked up seemed to be moving on its own. When the group arrived back and filled him in on what he'd missed, he essentially asked what the fuck is up with this doll in an Isaac kind of way. Kes shrugged and attempted to remove any curses on it, but since they're a horrible excuse for a cleric, they didn't know whether the spell failed due to there not being any curse, or because, user error, so to speak. Isaac took the doll from Kes and cast Identify on it, and most of the group were amused and relieved to find out that the doll was simply enchanted to move around on its own. It wasn't actually sentient or cursed. Kes was a bit disappointed. The group asked Nova about his very noticeable breakdown during the fight at the mill, but he waved it off and left to find a bar to go sleep behind. That reminded Adria and August that they had planned on meeting someone at a sketchy tavern that night to help him with his mother-in-law problems. They hurried off with Kes leading the way since they were the only one familiar with where the tavern in question was, and Adria was able to provide the man with some herbs that would cause a noticeable enough reaction to help him avoid an upcoming visit from his mother-in-law. And that is where we left off.